Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. The list is truly endless. From blue light glasses to light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you effortlessly address the issues of our modern day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. Go to boncharge.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15%. That's BONCHARGE.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15%. You guys have been listening to my podcast for the past few years, and I've really been talking more about how I have been really tapping into my creative side of things, and specifically my writing. Like, writing really is at the base of everything that I do when it comes to scripting out this podcast or creating content of new ideas of any sort. Writing is the base of it, and recently I've been wanting to really step up my writing game. So I recently took a class on Judy Bloom's writing courses on masterclass.com. And it has been such a game changer for my confidence. I've really been able to level up my work because of it. So many people, they just have incredible courses. I could not recommend it enough. Plus, every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there really is no risk here. And right now, our listeners will get an additional 15% off an annual membership at masterclass.com/manifest. Get 15% off right now at masterclass.com/manifest. That's masterclass.com/manifest. Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to, oh my God, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify is there to help you grow. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/manifest. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I'm your host, Tori DeSimone, and today we are back with an episode that I'm really excited about. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then it's kind of ironic because I'm absolutely not stereotypically pretty in the low maintenance sense right now. But here's what I will say. I'm on my cycle, and that means I have begun my follicular phase. And when we're in our follicular phase, we feel much prettier, and that's like just how I feel right now. Like, I just feel like my hair is natural. Like, I worked out this morning, I showered yesterday, I didn't style my hair, I was just like doing my things today, and now I'm just like, yeah, like I just feel good in my skin today, which is the best way to feel. So I'm recording my podcast, just feeling really comfortable in my 100% natural state right now, and I feel like that actually is fitting for what this episode is, which is high maintenance products and routines to stay low maintenance. Now, I posted this on my Instagram, I think Monday night. I was just like asking you guys what you do to stay low maintenance, because let's be real, behind every low maintenance girly is a high maintenance routine. And I got more DMs saying, can you share the results, than I did of people telling me what they did. So the girls want to know what the girls are doing, and I am happy to share what I learned with you guys, because you guys have really good tips, and it would be a shame if I gatekept all this to myself. So I'm letting you guys in on what the girls are doing, and I'm also going to tell you what I do to stay low maintenance. Low maintenance is the name of the game. I feel like pre-COVID, and I've talked about this so many times on this podcast, there is a pre-COVID Tori and a post-COVID Tori. They they don't even exist in the same universe. Like they are so different. It's so funny because I will look back at pictures, and me and my best friend Lindsay will do this a lot. We'll like look back at pictures of us pre-COVID, and I was bleach blonde. I always had fake tan on. I had lash extensions. Like I was just a completely different girl. I looked completely different. I was always prioritizing self-tanning and getting my highlights and just like upkeeping my image. I always had long acrylic nails on. Like I was always just keeping up with my image. And it's so funny because when I look back at these pictures, and I really only kind of do this stuff when I'm with Lindsay, we look back and she very much so still is like blonde, keeps up with her image. She's just such a stunning, beautiful, gorgeous girl. And then I look back, I'm like, I took a wrong turn somewhere. Like I just became like the ugly friend. You know what I mean? Like, and not saying that roles were reversed, but I'm just saying like now it's like Lindsay is like my trophy best friend. Like I parade her around. I'm like, this is my best friend, like the prettiest one. Anyway, what I'm saying is that pre-COVID Tori and post-COVID Tori, they've never met. They will never meet because they couldn't be more different. Like if someone showed me a video of me today to Tori in 2019, they'd be like, who is that? My natural hair color, no self-tan, no eyelash extensions, no nails on, like no makeup on, like hair literally as natural as it gets. Like I'm so myself, meaning like I look like how I'm intended to look. Like I don't manipulate my hair color, my skin tone, like nothing. And it's just so wild that I'm so in this low maintenance phase of my life. But that doesn't mean that I don't have high maintenance products and routines to make me feel my best. A lot of these are rooted in wellness, but also a lot of these are rooted in I like to feel feminine. And this is how I really still tap into my feminine side while not letting it like consume me. And look, if you want to be a high maintenance girly and you want to look high maintenance all the time, I love that for you because that was the phase of life that I was in and it was fun. It's fun to pamper yourself and it's fun to really tap into your girly and to be woman and to like really express yourself. It's so much fun. But I'm also just in like a season of life right now, especially going into the summer, which is my busiest time of year, that I just don't really have the time to put towards always looking like 100% my best at all times. So that's why I really like high maintenance products and routines that help me stay low maintenance. And I'm going to share what I do today and also what you guys shared as well. So I'm really excited to just dive in, and I feel like there's not much to say other than let's just get right to it. We all know why we're here. All right. So first I'm going to say, this is like 10 things or so that I do, and I'll tell you the frequency and all that sort of stuff. The first one, this is a new addition to my routine, and I knew eventually I would get here, and I'm happy to announce that I've arrived, and it is mouth taping. Yes. So I have begun the mouth taping journey when I go to sleep, and I've been doing it for about a week now. So I have yet to see benefits physically. However, I feel a lot better, which is wild. When I sleep, I never really had the issue of breathing through my mouth when I slept. I always was a nose breather, but what my issue was is like my jaw would just get so relaxed that it would just gape open and then I would just like drool so much. This is like disgusting, but like my sister and I were just always like big droolers when we slept, so I just thought it was normal. And then I would have like sleepovers with friends and like my boyfriend, and I'm like, oh, it's not normal how much I drool. Like, I don't know. I'm way too TMI, but anyway. So that was always curious to me. I was like, well, where does it go if not out of my mouth? And to be honest, it just doesn't happen now. Like, I don't know what happens, but it doesn't go anywhere. So mouth taping, there's tons and tons and tons of benefits for it. The big reason that I wanted to do it was to slim out the bottom of my face. I feel like the past few years, my jawline has gotten super broad. Like it's not even defined because if I turn to the side, my side profile is not the strongest. And I've said this many times. I have a very like weak chin. So it doesn't really give me like a strong jawline in terms of my neck. But head on, I feel like I have a very square jaw and square face, which I used to not. I used to have a very like petite lower half of my face. And I just feel like the past few years or so, it's just gotten a lot broader. And my boyfriend tells me that I grind my teeth at night when I sleep. And I've never obviously heard it because I'm asleep. But I don't have jaw pain or anything. So I really want mouth taping to kind of slim down the lower half of my jaw. So I will keep you guys updated on that journey. But aesthetics aside, it's also incredible for oxygen to your brain. It helps you sleep better. It's really good for facial structure. You wake up with more energy. Those things I've noticed, like I do wake up with much more energy, which is really bizarre. My Aura Ring tracks my oxygen tracking when I sleep. It is like through the roof every night, 99%, which is really good. Last week, like prior to mouth taping, it was at like 97%. So even just like that 3% or 2% increase is pretty significant just from mouth taping. So it's really, really cool what it does. I will keep you guys updated on the aesthetics part of it. But I was on TikTok and I saw a girl and she was like, I've been mouth taping for 4 years and this is what it did to my face. And the results were just shocking. And her face before looked a lot like mine, like very just like a stronger jaw with like a weaker side profile, and then it was just like slimmed out, and I was like, that's how my face used to look. Like I used to have this very like petite face on the lower half. I still think I do on the upper half, but like the lower half has just gotten kind of broad and like angular, and I feel like this is just going to like soften it again. So I'm excited. Even it's going to like define the jaw, but also soften it at the same time. You'll see. Just wait for the TikTok that I'm going to put out when I'm like, I've been mouth taping for 4 years and this is what's changed on my face. And you guys are going to be like, whoa, I'm going to start mouth taping. That's been really cool. Also, I'm really sorry for my voice. I taught a yoga class this morning and then I taught a spin class this morning and then I've had phone calls all day and now I'm podcasting. So my voice is a bit tired and I don't know what's going on. The pollen right now is just kicking my ass. So like as I'm talking, my nose is running a little bit. So I sound a little bit nasally. So I do apologize in advance. Anyway, the next thing that I do. Oh, I should also say what mouth tape I use. I'll link it down below. It's pretty much just like sports tape because when I have like lotion and chapstick on when I go to bed, I don't want the mouth tape to come off. So I just got like sports tape that is used to, like sweat and stuff like that. And it stays on. So I'll link it below. I think it was like $10 on Amazon, maybe less. And it stays on all night. I don't have to worry about it. I really, really like it. So mouth taping is number one. The second thing that I do is gua sha. This is something that I never knew when girls did this in their routine. So I'm going to answer the questions that no one else is asking and no one else is answering. Okay, so gua sha. There is a routine that I follow. I will link the video down below. Now, when I do the gua sha, here's what I do. I do it in the morning. And I use coconut oil and I lather my skin and my face in coconut oil before I wash my face. Now, this also kind of like acts as a double cleanser because oil cleansing is another suggestion that a lot of you guys said, but I use this so that the gua sha glides on, but this is really good for lymphatic drainage and depuffing of the face, which is why I do it in the morning. Lately, I've been waking up with an extremely puffy face, which I used to not. So maybe I'm just eating more sodium, or maybe there's something with like the environment that I sleep in. I really don't know what it is, but I've just been waking up with a very puffy face lately. So gua sha, when I do this, I see immediate changes to my skin. You're just really draining the lymphatic system in the face. You're depuffing the face, you're sculpting the jaw, you're slimming the features. It really is a noticeable difference. And if you do it consistently, meaning a few times a week, it doesn't have to be every day, but 4 times a week, you will begin to notice like your features get more chiseled out and you have better flushing and draining going on in your face. Along with the gua sha, so like I said, I do it in the morning and I put coconut oil all over my skin and all over my gua sha, and then I do the routine that I will link down below. Then I go in and I wash my face and then I put on moisturizer. And when I put on the moisturizer, I kind of follow the same pattern that I did with the gua sha, just so I can keep that system in place and the drainage going to where I want it to go. And I do that in the morning and it immediately depuffs my face, really carves and really chisels, and it makes such a difference on the anti-puffiness. So I am game for the gua sha. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. So what I like to do is I wake up, I do some breathing, meditation, exercises, things like that. And then I will gua sha and I will either put on a podcast and like watch it, or I will, that's pretty much what I do. I put on a podcast and I'll watch a podcast in that 10, 15 minutes. I'm very intentional with the podcast. It's either a spiritual podcast or it's an educational podcast, or it's like a lighthearted one that I won't get sucked into because it is the morning and I want to make sure that I'm doing it well, or that I'm starting my morning off intentionally. Something I will say though, if you really want to elevate your everything shower game, gua shaing in the shower is like really up there with a fantastic experience. I also think brushing your teeth in the shower is a fantastic experience. I don't know what it is, but when I brush my teeth in the shower, I like get in there. I never do a better clean than when I brush my teeth in the shower. It's just incredible. Okay. Next up is manicures and pedicures. I get a manicure every 2 to 3 weeks and a pedicure every once a month or so. How you choose to manicure, pedicure is up to you, but I like having my nails painted, my nails done, and I like having my toes done. It just makes me feel more put together. It doesn't matter if it's regular nail polish, if it's dip, if it's gel, if it's acrylic. I just like having something on my nails to be more polished and put together. Right now, this is just regular nail polish. I have a little bit of like builder gel underneath of it, but I'm growing it out and I'm just like filing it down to like level out with my nail until it completely grows out. And I'm just using regular nail polish right now and it feels really good. And on my toes, I have gel because that lasts a really long time. But I really try to keep up with pedicures. One, because I teach yoga, so my bare feet are like always out. So I definitely want that. But 2, I always like having soft skin. So just even the pedicures of like removing dead skin, really important. And I like to have my toes painted at all times. Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. The list is truly endless. From blue light glasses to light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you effortlessly address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. My favorite product from Bon Charge is their infrared sauna blanket. I belong to a gym that had a sauna, so whenever I wanted to sauna, I had to go to the gym, and I really wanted a sauna at night because that's when you get the maximum benefits from a sauna. But at night, I never really wanted to leave my house, so then I started exploring the options of getting a sauna put in at home, and they are so expensive, and that is where the Bon Charge infrared sauna blanket changed my life and solved every single one of my problems. Now I can get the same sauna experience, but from the comfort of my own home. All I have to do is plug it in, it heats up really quickly, and I can sauna from the comfort of my own home without breaking the bank. I'm able to stay in it for a really long time because my head stays out of it, and I come out of the sauna blanket feeling so much more stress-free, recharged, and ready for bed. Bond Charge ships worldwide in rapid time. They have free shipping on every sauna blanket with no hidden costs. They have easy returns and exchanges with a 30-day trial, and they have a 12-month warranty. Go to bondcharge.com/manifest and use coupon code MANIFEST to save 15%. That's BONCHARGE.com/manifest and use coupon code MANIFEST to save 15%. You guys have been listening to my podcast for the past few years, and I've really been talking more about how I have been really tapping into my creative side of things, and specifically my writing. Like, writing really is at the base of everything that I do when it comes to scripting out this podcast or creating content of new ideas of any sort. Writing is the base of it, and recently I've been wanting to really step up my writing game. So I recently took a class on Judy Blume's writing courses on masterclass.com. And it has been such a game changer for my confidence. I've really been able to level up my work because of it. This year, learn from the best to become your best with Masterclass. Don't just talk about improving. Masterclass actually helps you do it. Masterclass offers over 180 world-class instructors. So whether you want to master negotiation with Chris Voss or think like a boss with Martha Stewart, like I said, I chose a creative writing class with Judy Blume, which is so cool because I literally grew up reading all of the Judy Blume books. With Masterclass, you get unlimited access to intimate one-on-one classes with the world's best. You can really pick anything, whether you want to dive into design or creative arts or health and wellness. There's a really cool course that I like all about reducing stress and finding your inner strength. They have really awesome people like Jay Shetty's on here, RuPaul's on here. So many people, they just have incredible courses. I could not recommend it enough. Plus, every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there really is no risk here. And right now, our listeners will get an additional 15% off an annual membership at masterclass.com/manifest. Get 15% off right now at masterclass.com/manifest. That's masterclass.com/manifest. Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to, oh my God, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify has got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, which is 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. When I first started selling the Manifest Planners, I knew that I wanted to go on Shopify because a lot of my favorite brands are on Shopify and they make it so simple. I had no idea how to begin selling e-commerce, and thanks to Shopify, I have been able to sell exactly how I want, and it looks so sleek and so professional. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/manifest. When my toes are not painted, I do not feel like myself. I cannot remember the last time I have not had a pedicure, so I always have my toes painted. Next up is brow gel / brow maintenance. So some girls like laminations. I've never gotten a brow lamination, but I do have my eyebrows microbladed, and that has been incredible for me. If you find the right artist and if it's within your budget, I couldn't recommend a brow microblade more. It pretty much just makes it look like you always have your eyebrows on, but in a really natural way. When I do my makeup, I still fill them in, but like right now I have nothing in my eyebrows and they still just look nice and full, and I love them. I first got it in 2018, so 6 years ago. Crazy. And I've had about 4 touch-ups since then. So The last one, though, was in 2021. So it's been about 3 years since I've had a touch up, 2.5, 3 years, and they still look amazing. And I love having my eyebrows microbladed. Every morning, I use a clear brow gel just to put my brows where I want them. I use the NYX brow gel, and that keeps them perfectly in place. And when I do my makeup, I use the Anastasia Brow Freeze, and I love it. Now, like I said, I know a lot of girls like brow laminations. If that is your cup of tea and you want to do it, go for it. I know a lot of girls that like eyebrow tints. Go for it. Brow waxing. I try to get my eyebrows waxed, honestly, like twice a year. I don't do it a ton because my eyebrows don't grow a ton. Like my eyebrow hairs, they really don't. So I only need to get a wax about once every 6 months. But I know girls that go monthly. I know girls that go quarterly. You could thread, you could tweeze. I think just any sort of eyebrow maintenance is a good routine to get in. Going along with that is dermaplaning on your face. I like to do this about once a month. So what I do is I buy these little face razors from Target, and I put coconut oil all over my face. I love coconut oil. It doesn't break me out, and it's natural, and it's cheap, and you can get a really big jar for an affordable price, and it lasts a really long time. And you can use coconut oil for everything. I use it on my body. I use it on my face. You can use it to cook. Like, you can put coconut oil anywhere and everywhere, and it is good for you. You can oil pull with it. Like, it is the ultimate beauty product to have. Coconut oil is the shit. So I use coconut oil. I put it all over my face, and then I take that razor and I will just shave my face. Again, I do this once a month. I love dermaplaning my skin because it leaves such a natural glow on your skin. Your makeup glides on beautifully. Your skincare really sinks into the skin. It leaves your skin so soft, so glowy, so supple. And I also find that it slims out and chisels out your face a little bit more. When I have like little peach fuzz, like I need to dermaplane right now. Like when I have little peach fuzz, I just feel like my face looks a little like fuzzier. And then as soon as I dermaplane, I'm like, oh, there's my features again. Like it really does just do something. So I do that about once a month, and it does not grow my hair back any thicker. Like, you know how like when you shave your armpits or something, people say the hair grows back thicker. Not on my face. I don't really get any sort of coarse hairs coming back on my face. So that's a plus. I also know girls that wax, and some even like laser their face. That's up to you. I just prefer to dermaplane it, and it's really like therapeutic to see all the hair coming off. It's pretty cool. Probably going to do it after this episode. Next, lash serum and then lash lifts and tints. So I have just started again using a lash serum. I use Babe Original Babe Lash. So that's what I use. I get it on Amazon. You can get it on their website. I really like it. They definitely grow out your lashes nice and long. I normally cycle through it. So I just begun this because I like to do a lash lift and tint for the summertime. So I will normally do a lash serum every single night and morning for about a month. And then after that month is when I will go get a lift and tint, so that my eyelashes are nice and long for that lift and tint. So it just looks like I'm always wearing a little bit of mascara. And then I will continue to keep it up throughout the summer, and then I'll get a tint maybe at the end of summer. So like twice a year I'll get a tint, but I have them pretty close together. And that just really works for me for the summer. I really like how it looks, but it's a game changer. So lash serum every night, and then lash lift and tint like twice a year, but it's always from like spring and the beginning of summer and then the end of summer. That's my routine with that. Next up is a keratin treatment on my hair. Now, I haven't done this in a few years, but I am absolutely going to book it for this summer. And that is so that my hair doesn't get absorbed by the humidity, meaning it's just a little bit easier for me to manage and manipulate it when I have a keratin treatment on my hair to reduce the frizziness that happens in the summertime from the humidity. It's just a game changer. It's definitely an investment. Like around me, keratin treatments start at about $350, and you definitely want to go to a professional because you can like fry your hair off if you don't do it properly. So you definitely don't want to do it on your own at home. But a keratin treatment for your hair makes your hair so soft, helps a lot with frizziness, helps a lot if you have humid summers like we do here at the Jersey Shore. So it is a game changer for your hair and like the best thing ever to be low maintenance. I'm obsessed with it and I can't wait to get mine for the summer. Next up, along with hair, this is my natural hair color. Like everything that you see is natural. I got baby lights in the fall actually, and that is the last thing that I got done. So this is all just my natural hair, my natural color coming out. So I normally don't need to get my hair colored, but I do get my hair done about twice a year. And when I go, it just depends on what I'm feeling. Last time I got baby lights, the time before that I got a glaze. So if anything, a clear gloss and a cut just to keep your hair shiny for me, good enough. But like a trim twice a year, maybe a haircut twice a year, anything like that. But yeah, I like to get my hair done about 2 times a year. When I was blonde, I was getting my hair done about every 8 to 12 weeks. Sometimes I could stretch it out to 4 to 5 months. But once it hit the 4-month mark, I was like, I really need to get my hair done. So going brunette definitely has been low maintenance, but I still do like to get my hair done and have it be nice and healthy and pampered. And even last night I was on Pinterest looking at bobs on brunettes. They are so cute, but I don't think I could do it. Like I would love to be able to pull it off, but I just don't think I have the bone structure to pull off a bob because I would want it above my shoulders. I don't know. Should I do that? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it. But it's so cute. It's so cute. But I shouldn't. Okay. Moving right along. Next up is self-tanner. And I really struggle with the timeline of this all because self-tanner messes up every other beauty routine. The reason why I say that is because I like oil. Like I like to put oil on my body. I like to put oil on my body when I'm done showering. I like to put oil on my face when I gua sha. So when I self-tan, I typically will use a mousse or tanning drops or a natural lotion that gradually develops with tanner. And when I put oil on top of self-tanner, it breaks it down and it makes it super patchy. So when I self-tan, all of my other routines kind of get the back burner because self-tanner is the moment. So I only really self-tan for special events or special occasions, and I have gotten better at just accepting that this is my skin tone and I am a pale girl, and if I want to tan, if I want to be tan and if I want to also have my other routines, I have to just naturally get some color in the sun, which means that in the winter, I am a pale girl. And I have slowly become okay with that. I've started buying my right foundation shades. I've started dressing my clothes to my skin tone. Like I have just fully accepted it that I am not an orange self-tanner girl. My skin tone is not orange. It is pale. And like I've just come to accept it and I've learned to love it. It is hard some days and I always wake up feeling much prettier when I have self-tanner on, but I have been learning to love my natural skin tone. With that being said, when I do self-tan, it is for special occasions like weddings, or if I have like a video shoot coming up, a photo shoot, I'm going to be on camera. Also, if it lines up with my workouts, like it's a production to be self-tanned. It really, truly, truly is. So it has to dominate everything else going on in my life, and everything else goes on the back burner. The showers, the workouts, the gua sha, the oils, like everything else goes on the back burner. So if all the stars align, then I will self-tan. Now, I really like the Tan Luxe face drops. I really like the Luxe natural body lotion that is probably my favorite gradual tanner. I also really like Loving Tan mousse. I really like Coastal Glow. That's probably my favorite. It's the Coastal Glow self tanning mousse. That rocks. Spray tans absolutely rock. If I could always have a spray tan, I would. But again, it just messes with the timeline of everything else. And lately, all my other routines I find more important than my spray tans. And also, now that I started mouth taping, if I were to self tan my face and then put mouth tape on and go to sleep, I would literally wake up with a line from like where I put my mouth tape on that it just wouldn't work with a spray tan. So now I'm just like, I pretty much have to kiss self-tanning goodbye, and I just have to like let the cards fall as they may, which means I might just be a pale girl for the rest of my life, and that's okay. And that's okay. And I just have to love who I am. And I just have to love who I am. Okay. So that's self-tanner. And then the last thing that I do is waxing. I just got a waxing kit and I do waxing at home. I like to wax my underarms. That's definitely the easiest thing to wax at home. My bikini area and my legs. Now, the only thing that hurts is my bikini area. Everything else like underarms, legs, it really isn't painful. The bikini is just uncomfortable. Like no one likes waxing their bikini area. You get better at it the more you do it. And also, like, if you just watch a show and you pretend like it's not you, you can just yank that thing right off and you're good to go. Waxing really does help, and having an at-home kit saves you a ton of money. But if you know that you aren't going to be able to rip that waxing strip off, go get it done somewhere. There's also hard to reach places when it comes to waxing. That's where the boyfriend duty comes in. Like, he can wax some parts that I can't reach, whether it's like legs or, stuff like that. He can always help out, but for the most part, I can do like 95% of it by myself, and it really does help to wax. I don't wax my face on my own. I especially don't want to like mess anywhere with like where my hair goes or like where my eyebrows are. God forbid I like rip off half my eyebrow without meaning to. I'm getting better at the waxing, but I do love my waxing kit. I will link it down below. It's from Amazon. I think it was like $24 or $34. I can't remember, but it comes with pretty much everything you need. And yeah, it was pretty affordable, but you have to be able to rip it off, because once you put that wax on, it has to come off one way or another. So I really do like it. Okay. So I will wax about once a month, really whenever it needs to happen, once a month, every 6 weeks or so, something like that. And those are the high maintenance products and routines that I do to stay low maintenance. Now, these were your routines and products. So let's get into what you guys do to stay low maintenance. The first one, weekly blowouts. Frick yeah, man. If I didn't work out in such a sweaty capacity, like if I was doing work, like for me, a workout that doesn't really make me sweat ruin my hair is Pilates. If I'm doing reformer Pilates every day, I could totally do it with a blowout and it would last. Because I practice hot yoga 5 days a week, my hair is just a sweaty mess every single day and I make it work. So I would love to be the girl that can get a weekly blowout every single week and it lasts and you have incredible hair. But unfortunately, that doesn't work for me. I do have this one yoga teacher that I am obsessed with, and she always has a fresh blowout. I've never seen her without a blowout. And it's truly what I aspire to be. So one day I will be on the blowout grind. It's just not for me right now, but I couldn't love this more. If it's in your budget, wheelhouse, life to do weekly blowouts, I love it. I have a few friends who their moms do this and they don't own shampoo or conditioner because they only get blowouts. That is a life I want to have. I love that. Next, press on nails. Yes. I actually recently just bought a new like glue from Amazon for your nails because I wanted to make my own press-on nails with Gel X. And halfway through painting, I got bored and I never finished it. So I will eventually finish it. But what I'm trying to say is yes to the press-on nails. I'm also going to be joining this wave, especially in the summertime. I don't know what it is, but I just can't be bothered to go get my nails done when I'm down at the beach. I just like to either just have them painted with like regular nail polish or do press on nails. I don't like getting my nails done down there. I don't like acrylic on my nails. I don't like the dip down there. I don't want to get gel because I hate the soak off of it all. So press on nails, definitely the way to go. They look incredible and they're so much cheaper. I will link down the Amazon. I will link. Whoa, that I said so out of order. English is hard sometimes. I will link below the nail glue that I get from Amazon in the show notes. Just check below. There's a lot of links going on. Next up, facials. I saw a lot of you guys say that you get facials either every month, every quarter, whatever it might be. And I think this is a fantastic addition to your routines if you find it's necessary. Whether it's a lymphatic drainage facial or a, what are they? A hydrofacial. I love hydrofacials. For me, they're a little bit pricey to justify the price every month. So for me, I try to do it like once a year. I'll try to get a hydrofacial. My skin after a hydrofacial is so glowy. I've actually done it at the end of each summer for the past few years, and it's been incredible. I really, really love it. It leaves your skin so glowy, so smooth, so supple, so soft, so hydrated. So yeah, man, if you can afford monthly, quarterly, yearly facials, such a great addition to the routine. Next up, lymphatic drainage massages. I've never done one of these, but oh my God, do I want to so bad. I really want to. I know a lot of girls, when they're getting married, they will start incorporating this into their like wedding routine and wedding budget so that they can have lymphatic drainage massages on both their body and their face. And just know, when I'm a bride one day, I will also be adding this to my routine. But in the meantime, I just practice it with my face. And then this also goes into the next thing that you guys said, which is dry brushing. Such a good way to get blood circulating and moving throughout the body. And I don't know a ton of benefits of dry brushing. I wish I knew a little bit more so I could elaborate on this point a little bit more. But I know that it is really good for blood flow. It is really good for circulation. And it's really a great practice in ancient traditions and Ayurvedic way of living. So I'm all for it. Next up, a lot of you guys were recommending the Tan Luxe Express water. I love this product as well. They will spray it on their bodies, but also all over their face. I do think this is a really fantastic product. It gives you such a gorgeous natural glow. And I'm going to actually try this out with the mouth taping too, because I find that it just gives you more of a glow rather than like the drops give you such a dramatic color. This is a glow. And maybe that won't be messed up with my mouth taping. Next up, under eye patches / ice rolling to reduce puffiness. Yes to this. Kind of like why I do the gua sha. The under eye patches I love. I tend to do them more in the summertime because the cooling sensation feels really good underneath the eyes in the summer. In the winter, I wake up cold, so the last thing I want to do is like put ice on my face or put anything cold underneath my eye. So under eye patches, I again do in the summer, especially if you keep them in the fridge. It's stunning. Ice rolling I've never gotten into because I'm such a baby with ice and with cold, but I know a lot of my friends love doing this. I saw a ton of this come through in my Q&A message box. So I know this is something you guys like to do too. It really is a secret to reducing puffiness, and ice is free. Let's not forget. Next up, lash extensions in the summer. Yeah, such a power move. I've never been one to do this, but it is such a power move. If I had a lash girl down at the beach, I would probably do this too. It is so amazing. The only thing is I just don't like sitting for the lash refill. When I used to have lash extensions, I would always like fall asleep during the refills, and that was really nice, but sometimes like my lash girl would try to talk to me, and then I would feel really bad when I would fall asleep because I didn't want to be rude. But it's hard not to fall asleep when you're on a table for an hour and your eyes are closed. So, and then, oh my God, the worst, I would like fidget and like jerk myself awake by accident. And then I felt like I would mess her. Like I was just probably the worst client ever when it came to lash extensions. But oh man, I loved my lash extensions, and especially having them in the summer. Oh yeah. That's why I do the lash lift and tint, because it gives you like, obviously it doesn't look like lash extensions, but it's the closest thing I can get. Next up, tinting brows at home with the men's beard dye every 1.5 to 2 weeks. That is a great tip. Men's beard dye. I've never tinted my own eyebrows at home, but I saw a lot of you guys like to do this. You guys also mentioned tinting your own eyelashes and perming them at home. If it works for you, I love that. Next up, soap bars made with goat milk and beef tallow. Okay, I have been seeing so much about beef tallow lately, and I hope I'm saying that right. I've been seeing so much about that, and specifically this one girl who said that she switched her skincare routine from all these products to just water and beef tallow and dry brushing, and her skin was so glowy, so radiant, so supple, like it was I feel like trampoline sounds like an insulting term, but I mean that in the kindest way possible. Like the bounciest skin, so supple. It just looked like it was full of collagen. And I was like, that is gorgeous, gorgeous skin. So I've been seeing a lot with beef tallow, and Katie, you are onto something here. And yeah, I need to get into this. Remind me to text you about that, because I need to get into this. Next up, Botox and filler. Absolutely. Really great maintenance, and also ways to stay very low maintenance. Obviously, this is a very personal decision if you want to do any exfoliation with injectables, but Botox and filler, great products and routines for a low maintenance look. Along with that, retinol. And I have not yet dipped my toes in the retinol water, but I am turning 26 next week, which is crazy because I remember being 16 filming YouTube videos, and now I'm 26 talking about starting retinol. So maybe it's my time to start retinol. I'll let you guys know. I don't understand retinol because I see a lot of people say you can overdo it. It can like mess up your skin. So I'm a little nervous about retinol. I have to do my research. If you guys have tips, let me know. But I think this is a great tip. Next up is a silk bonnet and silk pillowcase to bed. Yes to this. Preserve the hair any way that you can. Sleeping on silk, in silk is so good for not only your hair, but also for your skin. And making sure to also regularly wash your pillowcase will also be really good for your skin. But yeah, a silk bonnet to preserve the hair, be really gentle on it, not tug. Silk all around, big game changer. Absolutely yes. Next up, laser hair removal. If you can do this, more power to you. I recently saw on TikTok a girl say that she got like an at-home thing on Amazon. And okay, I'm not going to recommend an at-home laser removal because that scares me. I don't know. I feel like there's a reason it's done in med spas, because I feel like there's a certain training that you need to have. But this girl said that she loved it. It's worked for her. And she said that it did not hurt. Literally, I scrolled down to the next video, and it was another girl with the same device saying you have to work your way up to a level 9 because it really hurts. So to each their own with the pain tolerance. Maybe the first girl just wanted people to buy it. Whatever the reasoning is, I got laser hair removal twice. And you know that if you do laser hair removal, you have to do it multiple times, and twice is not enough. I only got it twice because in my life have never felt anything more painful than laser hair removal. It was, maybe I just had a very strong laser because I see girls going in and out of laser hair removal like it is nothing. More power to them. When I say I felt like I had a flamethrower to my underarms and my bikini line, I am not kidding. I thought I was burning my skin and it felt like a flamethrower was being taken to my body. It was the most painful thing I've ever done in my life. It snapped like a rubber band. It was hot. It was like medieval torture. Okay. So for me, it wasn't worth it. And if you go somewhere where it doesn't hurt, you have to go for so many sessions and it's so expensive. But if it's something you're determined to do, this is the ultimate way to be hairless and never have to shave again. Okay? And because I only did it twice, all my hair grew back. So that's not fun for me. Next up, disposable face towels. Big yes to this. This is going to be a game changer for your skin. I wish there was a way that it wasn't so wasteful. I know that there are recyclable face towels, so if you can go that route, definitely do. But really good for the skin. There's not really much else to say to this. It's a good hack. It really is. Next up is face oiling. Ooh, I love face oiling. So I kind of do this with my gua sha in the morning, like I said, with my coconut oil. But you can also use a face oil to double cleanse. When I double cleanse, the pores on my nose evaporate. They evaporate. It's so wild to see what becomes unclogged from your pores when you face oil. Such a good hack. Again, just get coconut oil. You don't need anything fancy. You do not need all these products that are being pushed on TikTok, Instagram. Like, you really don't need it. Get the coconut oil. It's inexpensive and it does the job. Face oiling rocks. When I face oil, I try to do it maybe once every 2 weeks, and I'll spend like 15 minutes massaging my face and face oiling. And I'll just put on like an episode of TV or something and watch a show while I do it. Right now, I'm really big into Summer House, so I'm like watching all of Summer House. Next up, weekly hair oiling and scalp massaging. Yes to this, but also verdicts out on if people love hair oiling or not. I think it's a very personal thing dependent on your scalp and if your hair can handle it. I know people that love it and say that it's made their hair grow like a weed. It's made their scalp healthier. It's helped with dandruff, all these amazing things. But on the flip side, I've also seen girls say that it's stunted their hair growth and it's actually made their hair much more oily. So I'm going to leave this one up to you if this is something that you want to research further and decide if it's right for you or not. Personally, for me, whenever I hair oil, my hair loves it. And I find that my scalp does not get more oily. It's also important to use a clarifying shampoo if you are going to use a hair oil so that you really are getting out all that oil that you're putting on top of your scalp. But for moisture purposes, for circulation purposes, I think oiling and scalp massaging really good for the hair and for the scalp. Next up, a chemical peel. Yeah, if this is something you're interested in, I see the results. It looks amazing. I'm just someone that I would want to pick it off of my skin. Like when people get sunburnt, I literally am like, can I pick it off of you? Like, I love peeling dead skin. I don't know what it is. It's so satisfying. So if my face was peeling like crazy like that, I could not just have this like skin hanging off me and I not peel it. I know myself enough that would not be good for me. So if you have the self-control for a chemical peel, you should be president of the United States. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I admire you. Truly. I truly do. And the last thing is such a power move, and it's at-home spray tans. Yes. I see Sydney Adams do this. I see Shannon Ford do this. I remember right when the pandemic hit, I was living in Philly with two girls, one of which is my friend Rachel, and Her and I were like so close to buying a spray tan machine. We were like, we should just get this. We can always spray tan each other. We can always be hot. Like, we need to do this. We ended up not, but we were so close to doing it. And I still think about this all the time. But then I factor in kind of what I was saying earlier about how self-tanning is like, it takes precedence over every other beauty routine. And while I love the idea of being able to spray tan at home to myself, I don't know how much I would realistically do it. But an at-home spray tan is such a power move if you learn how to do it. You should also be president of the United States. So guys, those are the high maintenance products and routines to stay low maintenance. If you submitted something and I did not include it, or if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I have to tell the girls, head on over to the YouTube channel and type it in the comments below, because the girls want to know what you guys do to stay low maintenance. We are not gatekeeping over here. We are entering our summer season being low maintenance, but high maintenance at the same time. And we are going to be so effortlessly, naturally gorgeous that we are just going to radiate from within. And that's what it's all about. Guys, I want to thank you so much for listening to this episode. And I also want to thank you for the incredible feedback that I got on last week's episode. I had my mom on, and it was really special for me to have my mom on. She's truly my best friend, and I was a little nervous to put it out just because I'm so protective over my mom. If anyone said anything negative about my mom, I would have taken it so personally and blocked them forever, because my mom is such a gift to this earth, and I just love her with my whole being, and she's just the absolute best. So I'm so happy to have had her on, and I'm so happy you guys loved the episode so much, because her and I always say that we want to start a podcast together. And I just feel like her and I just get each other. Like, we're the same person. She's my best friend. I love my mom more than anything. And I love that you guys loved her and that you guys loved the episode. And she did start a reading blog. I'll link it down below if you guys want to follow along. She was texting me yesterday. She goes, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this reading blog. And I'm like, well, if you want to do it. And I wasn't convincing her. She texted me. She goes, look what I did. And I was like, oh my God. So hype her up, give her some love. And we were talking the other day, and she goes, I want to revisit a few questions and like re-answer them, because I thought through some of the answers a bit more. So I'm going to have her back on soon, and we'll do another podcast. But yeah, guys, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you all next week. Bye, guys.